A perfect day to sunbake, the last in 2020 as beaches will close. Residents and tourists flocked to the beach to enjoy the waves one last time.
Can't understand why they're closing the beaches, and they say it's because of Corona. But when you're on the beach, first of all, the temperatures are high. I mean, the virus can't survive in the high temperatures. And secondly, the seawater is good to wash your lungs clean. It's salt water, it kills the virus, so I don't think there's any scientific proof to say that if you close the beaches it will have an impact on the spread of the virus.
I think it's good in some ways, because obviously when there's a lot of people on the beach you're very close together. But I do think perhaps a little bit unfair that Port Elizabeth has got full closure from now until January rather than perhaps doing it like Durban where they focus on the busy days.
It's a huge blow for tourists.
I feel sad about the closure of the beach because I came all the way from Johannesburg and now there's no beach for me.
We've been coming to Port Elizabeth for 19 years to visit my parents. This is our last year as my mother's now moving to Johannesburg to live with us because she's getting to be too old to live on her own. So we're very disappointed that we're not going to be able to have a beach holiday.
This will affect how some people generate income during the summer holidays.
I am a student and a part-time photographer, and I take pictures of people around the beach. This has really had a negative impact on me, as I will have made a lot of money during summer, so I can be ready for next year.
The Eastern Cape residents and tourists can expect a full closure of the beaches as from tomorrow until the 3rd of next month. This is to ensure the containment of COVID-19 during the festive season. Anda Ngonji, SABC News, Port Elizabeth.
Right, now we're joined by SABC News reporter Anda Ngonji. Anda, a very good evening to you. As I can see in the background, one lone little boy who is still getting the last of what he can of the beach. So what has been the reaction around people? Is there a sense of panic that they may be claustrophobic or that they will actually defy the laws?
Well, indeed, today has seemed to go quite fast for beachgoers in the Nelson Mandela Bay after the announcement of the closure of all beaches tomorrow. And a number of them have been trying by all means, to make the best of today, as this is actually their last day, with some of them saying that they are really not pleased with the idea of the closure of beaches. And many of them surprisingly comparing Nelson Mandela Bay to KZN, wondering why is it that the NMB must be completely closed and the Eastern Cape as a whole, but KZN only gets closed specifically or on particular days such as tomorrow the 25th and the 31st. They have really been wondering what exactly harm can be done by them coming to the beach, with some even arguing that beaches provide fresh air, and when there's the sun, then this virus might not survive. But we cannot run away from the reality that the numbers have grown drastically in the past few months within the Nelson Mandela Bay and within the province. Actually, Eastern Cape accounting for over 100,000 active cases in the country, and also having been told or having been reported lately that 15 people have died just in the past 24 hours, which actually shows you the severity of this virus and that it really does need to be contained. As you may remember that the Nelson Mandela Bay was the first to be declared a hotspot within the Eastern Cape, and that stricter regulations, especially with regards to things like time and curfew times, were implemented first and beyond. That was just before the Baartman, which is just across or not so far from the Nelson Mandela Bay, also proposed that they would like the same regulations that are implemented in the Nelson Mandela Bay to be implemented in that municipality as well, with the fear that people from Nelson Mandela Bay might want to go and enjoy themselves in places like Jeffreys Bay, just a little bit under 100 kilometers away from Port Elizabeth, and saying that they cannot risk the spread of COVID-19 into their municipality, but they have also been declared a hotspot. But I'm sure one of the questions many were asking themselves following this announcement was, how exactly is the beach going to be regulated? What is going to be done? But as you can see behind me, the Nelson Mandela Bay municipality has already started putting barricades to make sure that people know exactly where they can and where they cannot go as from tomorrow onwards, though it's just quite a few, but it just gives you an idea of what to expect going forward. That is, of course, from tomorrow up until the 3rd of next month, when people...
Let's talk about the latest figures.
Yes.
What have we heard today as to how rapidly the province is increasing in its count of COVID-19 positive cases?
Well, like I said, the Eastern Cape actually accounts for over 100,000 COVID-19 cases, which is quite a number, and which could give you an idea why this province had to be closed. And of course, with the Nelson Mandela Bay having at some point over 8,000 cases, 8,000 active cases, and also, of course, having been reported lately of the 15 deaths that has taken place in just under 24 hours. But also, I think I should just let the residents speak for themselves, because quite a few of them are interested to share their views as to how they feel about the closure of this beach. Ma'am, a very good evening to you. Can you just let us know, how do you feel about the closure of the beaches?
No, if it's a measure to trying to curb the virus, then it's fine with me. I don't have a problem with it. My friends are here for the last, we're here for the last before it opened again.
I also think it's a good thing that the president is closing down the beaches, because at the end of the day, it's all about the people. It's not about yourself. You must think about your family members or whoever you're going to infect at the end of the day, because it's about everyone here that's staying here to make sure everybody is like social distancing, wear their mask and sanitizing. So it's not about yourself. You must think about other people at the end of the day.
Okay, and sir, what are your views about the closure?
I'm sad about the beaches being closed, because like we come here to enjoy our time and stuff, but then like what the president has done was actually a good thing. The beaches need to be closed because during the season, the festive season, we like to gather as a group, and then it will spread the coronavirus, so it's a good thing that the beaches are being closed. Thank you.
Well, you heard it for yourself. Some residents are actually saying that they are pleased with these regulations, which is actually the first time we're hearing people say that today, and saying that it might have been the best move by the president to close the Nelson Mandela Bay, to close the Eastern Cape, especially when you think about what is favorable for the containment of this virus. Back to you.
SABC reporter in the Eastern Cape under